Hi guys, so I hope you're all doing well. For today's busted out video, I'm gonna use my scoring board, or any scoring board you have, and I guess I've been watching a lot of Crafter's Companion videos recently, and Sarah's been making a ton of videos, and they've been leaving the chat open to the Crafters TV, which is really nice because we can chat with each other. But it reminded me, she made a bunch of boxes and like stepper cards, and I think I'm only gonna do one card in here. I was thinking about maybe throwing in a stepper card, but maybe I'll leave that for another day. But just a quick card. So to bring out, you know, whatever scoring board you have. And most of us have scoring boards that do have 1/4 inches or 1/8 inch increments, so that's good. That's what we want. And so I want to get started with that. So I'm just looking at this. This always trips me out because whenever I look at it, I'm like, is that an 1/8 inch off? It's not. It should be exactly obviously what it is, but I just want to make sure from here to there. Yeah, okay, we're good. So I had seen months ago, or I don't even, maybe longer, I think it was Do Crafts that came to visit, like with Crafts Companion, because they do sell some things like gorgeous stuff and other things on their site. And I never tried the card, but I stuck with me because I thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool. I would like to try that, you know? But I don't exactly remember where it was or when it was or how she did it, so I'm gonna make this up. So I have a piece of paper here. You guys will have seen the card in the intro, so hopefully you're interested in it. It's 12 by 5.5, so it's still 5.5 inches tall, like a regular standard A2 size card, but it's only gonna be 4 inches wide, so it'll still fit in your envelope or whatever you want. But from each side, we're gonna score a couple different things. So we're gonna score at 2 inches and at 4 inches, okay? And then Miranda's eating ice cream and it's coldy on her throat, so it's making her cough. Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Okay.
Oh. The trash?
Yeah, put it in the trash, please. And so all we're gonna do is flip it, and on the other side do also 2 and 4 inches. And I'm doing this preliminarily because we are gonna do a couple more folds or scores, but I want to just get this set up. So basically, we're doing a gatefold card. I hope this works. And it's a little bit crooked, and it's probably because of the way I cooked my paper, but that's okay. So back and forth here, and then to the middle and back. And this is what trips me out. See this big gap in the middle? I'm like, how is there such a big gap in the middle? And I've done this before with this board or other boards, and it does the same thing. So I don't know, maybe this paper's a little bit bigger than I thought. Or maybe I just have to really score it more like into itself this way, you know? Again, depending on how you score things, but I don't know. That seems very strange to me, but it's not gonna, that's fine, to be honest. That doesn't bother me that it has that gap in the middle. But that's really odd. I think this happened again to me whenever I made the last time I used some of the scoring boards from Crafter's Companion too, the old school scoring boards. Very odd. And that's kind of why I measured this, because there's such a big gap here. I'm like, this looks like it's too much. Oh well, but here we are. Okay, so there's that. So now what I'm gonna do is open this up, and on this side do 1 inch, and not too harshly, but enough so I can see it. Okay, I'm not really trying to push very hard. And we're gonna do that at 3 inches also. Okay, so again, just enough so I can see. I'm gonna open this up and do the same thing for the other side. So now I'm gonna score it at 1 and at 3. Really, you have to have it lightly scored because it's going to come in handy in just a minute, okay? So enough to see it, enough to use it, but not enough to completely bend it at the moment. So then, okay, so we have our card. It doesn't really matter. It's the same on both sides. If it's the same, if it's this way or this way, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is open up one side, and I'm going to put it against the edge here. So again, this is 5.5 inches, right? So I'm going to do a little tick mark at every 1/4 inch, just so I can see. Now, if you want to be really exact about this, you would definitely bring out a ruler and an X-Acto knife and cut your strips, because we're going to cut these little strips. It's going to make like a 3D effect. But all I do is come in, and I'm just going to, and you can use either side of your scoring tool, is basically just say, okay, there's a 1/4, here's a 1/4, and I'm barely doing a little tick mark at every 1/4, okay? So I can see it. And I'll do the same thing on the other side, but of course I'll show you one side. I'm not going to waste your time doing the other side, but we would do the same thing for the other side. So our paper is still folded in half here, right, at the 2 inches. And I am going to, like I said, eyeball this when I go to cut this, because we're going to cut these little strips So I was always curious about the card because I'm like, how do you actually decorate that? So that's pretty much why I'm trying this. Okay, and then I'll come in with my scissors, and at every quarter mark that we just marked, I'm just going to bring it down, hopefully as straight as I can, to the line, right? That line that we etched out that we didn't really cut into. So again, if you want to use a ruler and an X-Acto, Miranda, you would line it up and do this. So I'm gonna go down this whole line here, trying to be as straight as I can, just on every little tick mark, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just got down to the bottom, and so we have all these little frilly looking things. So what we can do is open this up, and what I'm gonna do is maybe take like my ruler, or even the stick. All we need to do is separate these out. So I'm gonna push one back, and then let the other one be in front. Push this one back, this one is in front. So it's kind of like a weaving project, but basically we're just gonna use this, and you can even use your hand, I'm assuming, but I'm just pushing one back, one to the front, the next one to the back, and we're just weaving in and out of here. So I was curious about this because I know the way I'm doing it is going to look very elementary because I didn't want to take the time to use a ruler. But what I'm going to do now is kind of push, as I'm pushing my hands together closer, it's going to start doing this. And then you can make sure you have nice creases. So that's kind of why we scored it, so we can see it, but not too much that's really harsh, but it's also going to help you fold these areas. So sorry if that got in the way. So that's pretty good. So check that out. So what we need to do is flatten it out pretty good, and just kind of watch it as you're flattening it out just to see if everything looks lined up pretty nicely. And that is it. So isn't that fun? It's a cool kind of 3D look that we have going on right here, and it was easy enough. So on the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just line it up over here. Every quarter, just make my little tick marks. Quarter, right? Half, 3/4, 1, but either way, but we're just making quarter marks. And I'm gonna cut it the same way, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm almost down at the bottom of this one, or the last few notches here. And then again, when I open this up, I'm gonna make it so it's the same as this one. So the first one went back, right? So just do it the same. I mean, I guess you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm just gonna go through, weave this through. Oh, that's another thing we can do, huh? Woven paper. I know I got a kit a long time ago from Anna Griffin, from HSN, that I never even touched, but it's basically these little woven paper things, you know? So it came with strips, and it came with pages that are already, like 12 by 12 pages that are already cut into, but you just have to put it together, and I haven't even done that. So, hold on. Should have gone in the middle like I did on the other one. There we go. And start pushing. Actually, I need to do it this way, right? Yeah. For some reason, this side wasn't as easy for me to think about in my brain what I need to do. So I have that going back. So basically this front panel needs to come back, right? Something like that. And then again, straighten them out before you do your complete pushing back of those. I might have missed that one a little bit. I should have gone a little bit further with my cutting on that one. Okay. So funny. On the other side, it was easy to do this one. I'm like, a little more pensive about this side. All right. There we go. All right, so now we have both sides. Right? It's kind of cool. It's something different. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool if you had two different colors of paper, but at the same time, it's not going to make the biggest difference here. So we'll see what happens. But okay, so let's get the card going. Okay, so I kind of chose what I want to put on the inside here and on the other side. Sorry, real quick. You see how this is bent, and this is bent completely nicely. You just have to bend that last piece one more time. That's kind of why I was like, why is this one easier than this one was, right? It's because I had that last bend. So make sure to fold your card over. So let me give you an image of what that looks like, because I think when I unbent it, I forgot. So it's kind of like a complete ZW fold there, okay? So those inner folds go in. It's not that confusing. Once you work with it, you'll see. But I just wanted to point that out because I thought, you know what? Maybe I made that confusing a little bit. Okay, And then as far as papers, I was just not sure what I want to do. Like I said, it was kind of odd because it's a different kind of thing. So I got this little mat that's going to go inside, and maybe we should make it the exact same size. I just cut it 1/4 inch all around smaller, so it's 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. Again, maybe you want to fill up the whole inside with it, you know, however you like. And I just went with a coordinating color. It might be nice with a pattern. We have to figure out how we're going to do like a sentiment thing. This is more just a structural, kind of cool looking card, but we'll see what we can do with it. So that's as straight as it's going to be for now. Put that in there. And I give it kind of some different coloring in the background. And then these are just little strips of paper that I found, or that I cut from a 12 by 12 paper pad from Me and My Big Ideas. It just says paper pad, but it has like a bunch of traveling things. It just looked like it might work for this. And you know, it's kind of fun. This little border is kind of interesting where I cut it. Yeah, so these little bolitas, I'll have them facing inside. So these are 1 inch, because that's what's here, by 5 1/2. So this one does fill up the whole strip. But again, if you want to just mat it or do it a little differently, then you do that, whatever you like. This is just something I wanted to try out because I've been curious for a long time about it. And I probably should use wet glue because I do not know if I'm going to stick this down very well, but we'll see. Right at the edge there. Nice. Okay, and I'm gonna stick down this other side, and then I need to figure out what we want to do for a sentiment, or how you would even put a sentiment on this thing, right? That's what happens sometimes when you come up with these crazy or cool card ideas, and you're like, now what? Right? It's cute. It's cool. What am I gonna do with this thing? Now let's see. So I don't know. It's like you can't really put something out here, can you? It's almost as if you have to open it up because the thing has to be displayed basically like this. I'll have pictures for you guys obviously from the front so you can see how it looks kind of cool. But I think you have to open it up unless you have something really small maybe hanging off of here. And then, you know, you don't see. I was just looking at this little birdhouse that I cut the other day, remember? But, you know, you can add little stuff all around here. Up and down. I think that'd be cute. And then you'll have like whatever it is that you want to put there. Let me think of something to put right here in the middle and we'll be done. Okay, so since I don't really know what to do with this, we'll just see. So I pulled out this stamp because I thought, well, you know what, I probably should have done a little more with this paper. It's just so plain. So I think I've used this one before. Yeah, exactly. I didn't think it was open, but it was open. I want to use the little splotch that came from this. This is the photopolymer, one of the photopolymer sets that Crafters Companion has available right now. This is the Let Your Spirit Soar collage set. And I'm just grabbing some, this happens to be water reactive dye ink. Maybe I should go with a fast drying ink, but quick dry, but that's okay. I'm just going to take some of this and stamp it around this. And like I said, I should have done this probably before I got it on here, but that's okay. Oh, I don't want to flatten that out too much. And I'm just going to stamp on here and maybe some second generation stamping. However, just to add a little texture to the card. Yeah, Amanda.
Can I put
Let's see, I got it on there. But I should have done it before, obviously.
Can I put these stickers in my book?
Yeah, you can. Do you know how to open it?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so just something added. I don't know. And then I have this Life is Too Short to Be Normal, Stay Weird card from the Quirky Sentiments. They're super inexpensive because they're just little acrylic stamps that they're selling on their website too right now. And I think I like that. It's nice and big. That'll work. And I'm going to stamp this in black because it looks like it was inked up like on a typewriter anyway. So I'm just going to put this on this big old thing. Maybe this is too big. Alright. I'm afraid I'm going to squish this. Okay, we can squish it down. It's not a big deal. Obviously, it was a flat piece of paper before we started messing with it. So it'll be fine. It's not going to hurt anything. So I hope you guys think this is an interesting idea. It's kind of odd, a little bit different. Again, this is an acrylic stamp, and I always go for this, and I shouldn't go for this. This is alcohol-proof dye ink, and it doesn't ever want to stick too well, but hopefully it'll be good enough. And I don't mind if this is kind of crooked, because I want it to be kind of, obviously, life is too short to be normal, stay weird. And it's kind of cool because it's a inspirational quote, I guess. So if someone puts it out like on a mantle or their desk or whatever, it's a cute little structural looking kind of cool card. And there it is. I don't know if I'm gonna keep these. I feel like now I should switch this out to something else. I'll probably keep it for the picture, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, just something to try out. Really fun. I think we need to develop a better way of like kind of zhuzhing up the outside. But like I said, I think it'll take, if you had little things that you could stick on here and there, like little ephemera, other things, I think it'll be cute. You know? So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that gave you a little inspiration to try something a little bit different. And I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.